I've been very, very proud of his service. I think all of us are. Let's have a warm Albemarle County welcome for our Congressman, Robert Hurt.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First of all, I want to thank you, Rob. I want to thank Rodney and Ken, Ed Scott, Bryce Reeves for your tremendous service. Service to the people of Albemarle County, service to the people of Virginia in the General Assembly. Thank you for your service. And it's a great honor to represent the people of the 5th District of Virginia. And it's a great honor to be with you all here today. Let me first begin by saying that one of the people that I need to always recognize are members of my family, people who make it possible for me to do this. And Kathy Hurt, my wife, is somebody that, of course, we had to talk about whether or not we were going to run for re-election. Anybody who's run for election knows how that process goes. But without her and without the family, the strong family that surrounds me, that makes this possible for us to do this, we would not do it. And we would not do it. So I always like to tip my hat to begin with to her and the fact that she makes this possible. I was at church yesterday at the Chatham Presbyterian Church where we attend in Chatham, and another person in my family is one we call the campaign cannonball. That is my 90-year-old grandmother, Frances Hallam Hurt. And you all may not know her. She doesn't get around like she used to, but one of the things that she was famous for 2 years ago was getting out and putting up campaign signs for us. She doesn't drive. She usually has to get somebody to drive her. They load up the back of the truck or the back of the car with campaign signs, and they ride around, and she says, "Stop, let's put one here." That's what we're going to do in this campaign. And we're all going to have to get out and do that and do the hard work necessary to win this campaign. When you stop and you think about what we did in 2010, when you stop and think about what happened right here in Albemarle County, the tremendous amount of work that went into winning a campaign when you get outspent by $1 million, when you stop and think about that effort, we know what it takes to win elections. It takes the grassroots effort. When I stop and think about the tremendous victory we had in November 2010, and you all have heard me say this before, we could not have done it. We would not have done it if it hadn't been for the work that took place right in this office, right here. The phone calls, the neighbor-to-neighbor letters, the door walk-in, all the contact that we make, the signs, getting the signs up, all those things are the indispensable ingredients to winning an election. And I can't thank you enough for that. As you know, the district has gotten a little bigger. The 5th District has grown to include Madison County, Rappahannock County, and Fauquier County. And some folks say, good gracious, what in the world does Rappahannock and Madison and Fauquier have in common with Mecklenburg, Brunswick, and Lunenburg? And I can tell you, we have a lot in common. We have a whole lot in common. First of all, it continues to be a largely rural district. We have those issues that we care about. But one thing that transcends all of that is a love for American freedom, a love for American liberty, and a love for American opportunity. And at the end of the day, that's what this election is going to be all about. In my opinion, that's what this election is going to be all about. It was a great honor to be sworn in as your congressman back in January of last year. And since that time, we have worked very, very hard on the House side to deliver on the message, that you sent to Washington in 2010. And that message is this. It is a message of limited government and unlimited opportunity. That's what this election is going to be about. We fought for that on the House side, whether it is increasing our, in a common sense way, increasing our opportunity for domestic energy supply. One of the most important ingredients to our economic recovery. Why is it that we can pass bill after bill after bill on the House floor and send it over to the Senate and we get nothing back? Nothing. Harry Reid doesn't agree that we need more domestic energy in this country. He thinks we need less, apparently. The president, with all due respect, has not led on this issue at all. If you stop and think about what we have seen in the last 3 years, we've watched our cost for a gallon of gas double. Now, we can't lay all the blame on one party or the other or one president for that, but good gracious, stop and think about what we could have done in the last 3 years to make that not the case. To stand up and think about the future of our country and the future of our economy. Stop and think about the health care law. When you stop and think about the fact that we were given something that the American people did not want, a health care law that is going to put health care in the hands of the government as opposed to the individual. And then stop and think about the impact that has on every small business, every individual across this country. People don't want that. They don't want the government to tell them who their doctor can be or what kind of treatment that they get. They believe that that's a choice for the individual. And we have fought for that. We have fought for that on the House side, and we've sent those bills down to the Senate. And what have we gotten? Nothing. We've gotten nothing back. What have we gotten from the White House? Zero leadership on that issue. When you stop and think about the economy, and I represent a very large district. The 5th District has got 22 counties and cities. Beginning in January, it will have 24 counties and cities. And it is a very large rural district. And I've got main streets all across the Commonwealth, all across the 5th District that are depending on us in Washington to do what we can to make it easier for them to succeed. That's what we fought for again and again and again on the House side. What is the net? What's the net? The net has been what the President told us when Washington, the last Congress, adopted the stimulus bill. They said, if you'll adopt this stimulus package, it'll keep us from going above 8% unemployment. We still have 8% plus unemployment today, and there are places in the 5th District, friends, there are places in the 5th District that have unemployment as high as 16%. Now stop and think about that for a second. And then finally, the thing I think that we have stood up for again and again on the House floor has been spending. You know, there was famously said several elections ago, it's the economy, stupid. It's the economy, stupid. Well, I tell you, if we care about the future of this country, if we care about our children, our grandchildren, we want to leave them a better country, we got to understand it's the spending, stupid. It's the spending, stupid. And we've got to get the spending under control. We've got to be able to balance our budget like these fellas do in the Virginia General Assembly and the way these folks do in the Albemarle County Board of Supervisors. That's what we have got to do. And our task is not going to be easy. Our task is not going to be easy. But I can tell you one thing, we're not going to be able to get it done unless we change course. Unless we change course and have folks in the House of Representatives, where I am, have folks in the United States Senate, and have folks in the White House who are going to listen to the American people. That's the bottom line. So, with the kickoff of our campaign here in Charlottesville and Albemarle County, I can only implore you to do what you did so well 2 years ago, do what you did so well 1 year ago, when we not only returned a strong majority to the House of Delegates in Richmond, but we also we made a majority in the Virginia Senate. And don't forget, the hard work that won that election, again, won that majority, took place right here. Bryce Reeves wouldn't be a member of the Virginia General Assembly, and he knows this, if it weren't for the hard work that took place right here. I wouldn't be a member of Congress if it weren't for the hard work that went on right here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that work. One of the things that I like to point out, and this is something that has been said to me from time to time as we have been leading up to this point. I think it's very, very important. Very, very important that the people of America, the people of the 5th District, have a choice. They have a choice. And that choice will be made on Election Day 2012. I think it's very important to have a choice, but there's some who say, well, Robert, wouldn't it be nice just not to have an opponent? Wouldn't it be nice not to be able to campaign for other folks? I tell you, I wouldn't give anything but to be in this fight this time, because the future of our country depends on it. God bless you. Thank you for your support. Look forward to working with you. Thank you.
All right, Albemarle County, you heard it. That's the official call is out. Are we with Robert or what? This time around, we're going to win Albemarle County for him. So we have a lot of work to do, and that includes going out from this day forward, and we're going to get as many people recruited into the party. If you're not a member of ACRC, we have membership forms right in there. If you're not a member of the Republican Women's League, we got applications in there. So this is the call. We're out, we're doing, and we're going to get it done. Thank you.